Hello friends, how are you? Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about the scope of Consumer Protection Act 2019 and the salient feature of Consumer Protection Act. Both are same. Now what are the features which has been described under Consumer Protection Act 2019 can be made clear with this discussion and with the help of the following points. Now, when we discuss about the point number one, as a coverage, it says there's a coverage of items. Now, what is the meaning of coverage of items? Now, under this, the government has specifically said that few items are the items those who are especially debarred out of the scope of the government will not be taken into account. Rest all the items will be coming under the this Consumer Protection Act, whether it is offline, it is online, you are doing any kind of direct shopping, indirect shopping, multi level marketing, electronic items, all those items will be covered under the Consumer Protection Act 2019. It means that the consumer can sue anybody in case if it is under the we can say control of the government. All modes of transaction, whether cash payment, telegraphic transfer, money orders, bills of exchange, promissory notes, check, backdraft, any mode of payment you use, if you feel that you have been exploited, those all items come under this particular protection. It means that the consumer will be protected against each of this exploitation. First, that means coverage of all items. Only those items which are specially debarred out of the scope of the central government will not be taken into account. Second is coverage of sectors. Now, what is the meaning of coverage of sectors? We know that earlier in class 11th also we had discussed about the two sectors, that was private public sector, or we can say also say cooperative sector. So whether it's a private sector, if you are being exploited by private sector, even by the public sector, it means even by the government sector, if you are being exploited or you are being cheated or there has been followed any unfair trade practices, or even by the cooperative sector, you under the scope of Consumer Protection Act 2019, you are having the right, you can enjoy your right and you can complain against that, you can do complain against that. So that means coverage of items as well as coverage of sectors come under the scope of consumer protection. Next is compensatory nature of provision. Now what is the meaning of this? The word compensation, we all know the meaning of compensation means whatever the loss we have suffered, we it becomes our right that we should be compensated for that, we should be paid for that. So as per this nature of provision, it has been passed to help the government, that all by the government, for the consumer to enjoy their rights, because the consumer have the privilege, they have the right, and they can enjoy their right in the best way they want to do. So this is generally being introduced by the government for giving extra help, for giving extra support to the consumers. Now next is group of consumer rights. We as a consumer, many a times we are not aware about our rights. We enjoy multiple rights. We have right to safety, we have right to choose, we have right to be informed, we have a right to be seek redressal, we have so many rights, but we as a consumer are not aware about those rights. So this particular scope of Consumer Protection Act says that we should enjoy our rights, and this act provides us the right to use that, which is related to right to education and multi-purpose right. So we can use that and we can be enjoy those, and we can be protected by unfair means. Now next is effective safeguards. Now, what is the meaning of effective safeguards? Generally, this act provides safety to the consumer. Many a times, a consumer is being cheated. They are being provided with defective goods, or sometimes they are being given dissatisfactory services, or unfair trade practices is there. So, under this act, there is a provision by the government to ban all those activities which can cause a risk to consumer. For example, you can see in the pictures, just an example, that any kind of product which is having a risk towards your life, or can cause a damage to your health, can cause damage to your life, or is a risk factor, under effective safeguard under the Consumer Protection Act 2019, it has come that all those activities which can cause a risk to consumer life can be banned. So not only this which has been shown you in the picture, any kind of product which is affecting you, or which leads to your risk of life, or you are dissatisfied, or it is harming you in any of the way, as per the effective safeguard scope of the Consumer Protection Act, that can be banned by the government. And the next one is three tier grievances redressal machinery. Now, as per this act, the government has formed a redressal machinery where the grievances of the consumer, the problem or the complaints of the consumer, can be solved. Now, the act has passed three levels, three different levels are there at which the consumer can go and consumer can launch a complaint or can file a complaint. So there are three different levels: district, state, and national level. Now we have to see that our case or our problem comes at which level. If it is of a limited amount, we can lodge a complaint or we can seek redressal from district level, or if it is at state level, we can go to state level. Or now here's certain limitation for the amount also. Suppose if you have been cheated by amount of rupees 20 lakh, the amount is less than 1 crore, but it is up to 20 lakh, you can lodge a complaint, you can seek redressal, you can go in the district level. Okay, if your loss or if your damage is more than rupees 20 lakh up to 1 crore, you can go to state level. Similarly, for the national level, if it is more than 1 crore, 10 crore, 5 crore, the amount should be more than 1 crore, so you can go to national level. So there is a level, there's a three tier channel has been made, hierarchy is there which you have to follow. Now under this three tier grievances machinery, it says there's one other important thing, that suppose if you are not being satisfied with the judgment passed by the district level, you can go to the state level. Similarly, even after the state level you are not satisfied, you can go to the national level, but for there is a particular time limit is there. So one of the scope of the Consumer Protection Act is time bound redressal. So time bound redressal says that there's a limited time period, in which time period your judgment will be passed, and your this act says that the cases will be decided on a limited time of period. It means it is not going to take a longer period of time. Whatever time period is let down by the government, in that time period the judgment will be passed and your case will be resolved. So these are some of the important features and scope of the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Thank you so much. Please, if you like my video, please share it, subscribe my channel, and please hit the bell icon for more new videos. Thank you so much.